Da-da-da. 3 Greg Tomlet.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the Craft Beer Republic. Thanks for drinking. Thanks for joining. I am Greg, and I'm being joined by the freshest coaster there is, and that's Flexi. What's up, bud?
Not that much, man. Keeping it real. Trying to get really tan over here.
Oh.
Yeah, not now, but you know.
Oh, just
yeah, like lately.
thinking about it.
Lately.
Yeah. What? I mean, is it sunny out there? Is it hot? Is it summery yet?
Oh yeah, we had like 5 or 6 straight days at 90 degrees like a week ago.
That's us right now.
And then it rains, and then it's like 85 the next day and sunny. So.
Oof. Yeah, we're just getting blasted with the devil's ball sack right now. It is so fucking hot.
Well, hopefully he's enjoying it though.
Yeah, he enjoys blasting his ball sack all over us. Oh, that seems like a perfect way to welcome people in and say, make sure you follow us at Craft Beer Republic and, of course, Flex Me a Beer _s in between, craftbeerrepublic.com, all that good stuff.
But most importantly, not a devil's ballsack show, so.
I know it might seem like it is, but it's not. It is definitely not. So much to get to today. I did some good research over the weekend that I'm excited to share. We've got a voicemail from a new friend of ours. We've got some breaking beer news, brother, to talk about, and so much more.
I think I catch your drift there, brother.
Yeah. Well, what you gonna do when I review my beer all over you? It sounds a little
devil's
gross,
ballsacky.
Yeah. All right, let's transition away from that quickly. If you don't mind, I want to talk about my beer, but I need to thank somebody for this beer. That's right. Scott went on a little road trip and came back with some beers for me. In fact, called me, was like, unlock your door. I know you're not home, but I need to drop off some beers. And I came home to a 4-pack in my fridge. Not a bad break-in.
At least he let you know ahead of time, too.
Yeah, slight warning. Yeah. Like, I'm here, open your door.
Right. Well, yeah, not like a huge go ahead.
Right. Like, all right, creep, come on in. So anyways, thanks to him, I am drinking Dust Bowl Brewing's Therapist. They call it an Imperial IPA. This feels like a triple to me. It's 10.4%. And before the show started, I tried to look up like the official what makes it a triple. And I found varying degrees of alcohol. Some say 9%, some say 9.5%, some say anything over 10. If anybody knows the official rules, let us know. But 10.4%, 100 IBUs.
Wow, that's some old school shit.
Yeah, it feels like they've been hanging out with the people over at Stone. And 398 on Untapped from the brewery. They say, science will try and tell you that the human tongue cannot detect more than 80 IBU of bittering. However, this hop-centric Imperial IPA certainly will not leave you wanting for more. At 100 IBUs, Therapist is surprisingly easy to drink. Bold hop aromas and flavors of citrus, tropical fruits, and apricot are bracketed by light malty sweetness that does not overpower.
Apricot.
It's like I said, apricot. On the schnauzer.
I'm curious how this drinks.
Me too. I'm a little worried. On the nose, I get some of that pine. It's a triple West Coast. What do you expect? I get some of that pine. I do get some oranginess, some of that citrus. Not so much tropical. Let me warm things up and dig in.
Get it. Just
so
like
dumb.
Running out of gas. Like on your not even a car, it was a moped.
Trying to start on a dead battery.
Popeye on Quaaludes. Get. Popped a can of Quaaludes instead of a can of
that one.
You just fucking
took everything I had not to spit that out.
Oh, you're welcome.
That was a good one. Oh, that was good. All right, let's try this again. Yeah, it's pretty dank. It's got a lot of that Westy that you'd expect. I will give them some credit for being a 10.4, for being 100 IBUs. Pretty well-rounded. Not hard to drink. The alcohol is a little hit. I mean, you can taste it because it's 10.4, but it doesn't drink like 10 point. Yes, it does.
Word.
Doesn't drink like 10.4.
Well, I tell you, what really drew my curiosity was the 398 on Untapped. First of all, for a West Coast,
High.
that's crazy high. And then for it being a Imperial or triple, whatever you want to, 10.4%, that's pretty astounding for an Untapped rating.
Yeah, I was surprised at how high it was and made me a little less afraid of it. And yeah, it drinks pretty easy, maybe a little too easy for how big it is. Like, I hope I don't chug this whole thing.
No such thing.
Yeah. Well, there will be when I try to read later. So we'll see how that goes. But,
just send me the notes. It'll go fine.
Rest easy, big boy. Just rest easy. So anyways, well, thanks to Scott for sending this over. Surprisingly, not bad for a big ass fucking triple-ish IPA. Therapist from Decibel. They say no appointment necessary.
Clearly, we've taught Scott something. He recognizes good beer, so.
Right? You're welcome.
Thank you, Scott.
You're such a good singer.
I try.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to top listening city last week, North Hollywood, California.
Oh.
I didn't know they'd actually break it down to like Hollywood and North Hollywood and all that stuff.
Pretty neat.
But yeah, it's where Lawless Brewing is, and we were talking about Lawless a couple weeks ago, so maybe it had something to do with that. I don't know. But what up, Lawless? Thanks, or Lawless. What up, North Hollywood? 10.4. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Well, we're gonna hear that all night.
Yeah, pretty much. Whatever fuck up I do, it's at this point it's Scott's fault.
10.4.
Yeah, I remember my first beer. Anyways, hey, happy birthday to Vanessa.
Oh, happy birthday, Vanessa! Holy smokes!
As we record, it's the day of her birthday.
Oh, no kidding!
Happy birth date, and we'll be seeing her later this week.
That's exciting.
SoCal. Yeah, gonna get fucked up.
Her and Mr. Vanessa are coming in, right?
Yeah, okay. Mr. and Mrs. Vanessa will be here, and
I'm sure he'll get a kick out of that.
Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Vixen. They have quite the list of breweries they are hoping to achieve while they're here.
Telling me about this itinerary.
Yeah, apparently they've got this thing where like all they need is an hour at each place. Where I'm more of a hey, let's have a beer, and if it's good, let's have another beer or two and then move on type of guy. They're like, hey, we got to fucking knock these down. We got some breweries to hit. They're on a mission. So we're going to see how this goes.
Well, now I'm intrigued because you'll be researching with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you could sway a little bit to be like, hey, these places, not really worth the trip, and you can stay here a little bit longer, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. There is one on her list, and I don't want to say it on the show, but to me, it's not really worth the trip. And on top of that, it's out of the way and kind of messes up the rest of the trip, like as far as we're planning. So I think I've got a good substitution. I want to drop that one and add one that's nearby some other ones we'll be at. I think she'll really get more bang for her time that way. So
okay,
we'll discuss that when she gets here. But yeah, we'll have a full report obviously afterwards.
If I've trusted anybody for California beer, it'd be you.
Well, thank you. I've had one or two.
Well, clearly one, minimally.
Right.
10.4.
Drinking it today.
Yeah. In case everybody forgot.
Yeah, just in case. You'll be reminded at least 3 more times.
Yeah, once you start reading.
Yeah. Haven't started yet. Give it time.
Let's get to the news.
Here we go. Last week or over the weekend, Pedals and Pints had their big Down the Rabbit Hole music festival party.
Oh, yes,
thing.
yes.
I don't know if you saw on the gram.
Is this an annual thing now, right?
Seems to be an annual thing. I think they started like 2 years ago or something like that.
Okay.
I'm always out of town when they do them. This is the first one I was around for. So got to go check it out, at least half of it. The second half of the day, they had a Foo Fighters cover band, and then they closed out.
Did you have any say in that at all?
I did not. Just somebody with good musical taste, apparently. And then they closed out the night with a Sublime cover band. So that was cool. The cover bands before I had no interest in. One of them was U2, and You Couldn't Pay Me to Like U2, and I forget who else. So, showed up for Foo Fighters, stayed for Sublime. I also got to try her new sour that she collabed with Nick, formerly of 14 Kerns Nick, but now of Amaretti, the flavor company. They did a lingonberry sour, and then they garnish it with a Swedish fish.
The old lingonberry.
Yeah, so it was. I had like 5 of them that night. It was really good.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I Ubered because the wife was doing
I actually don't know what a lingonberry is.
If you go to an IKEA and get Swedish meatballs, I think that's the berries they put on top.
Sounds disgusting.
it's it is what it is. But it was great in her beer, so they fucking knocked it out of the park and had a lot of those. Music was fun. Listener John, shout out to listener John. So I got a message that day from someone who I'd never heard from before. Said, hey, basically was like, hey, I'm going to be in the area. I'm going to Pedals and Pints in Naughty Pine, and I've been listening to the show for like 4 or 5 months, and I'd like to meet up and have a beer. And I was like, okay, well, hopefully he's not going to murder me.
Yeah, that's always my biggest fear.
Yeah, is murder followed by like, just boringness or something. But they're like, hey, I'll be at Pedals at at 7 or whatever time it was. Like, if you want to stop by, I'm the dude in the shirt that says I'm drunk or something. And he showed up and we connected, and super nice guy, bought me a beer. He's like, hey, I really like listening to the show. Bought me a beer, and we hung out. We talked for a while. Then he had to go pick up some people from the airport. I was like, well, if you're going to LAX, I'm glad you've been drinking all day. Otherwise, you're really going to hate yourself. So he had done quite I think he had gone to like Casa Agria, an institution, and something else, and then Pedals, and he'd done some damage that day. So good on him. But super awesome meeting up with him. He's a huge beer lover, and so it was good. And just hung out a little bit, had a beer, and talked a little. It's cool.
Isn't it nice when random people, like, not just like, we do this thing. We have no idea who listens to it.
Right.
And we do it every week. Whatever.
Yeah.
We don't know who actually listens, who doesn't, who's not, our friends. It's really cool when you get some random that's just like, hey, I love listening to this.
Yeah. And my first question is like, what's wrong with you? Followed up by like, thank you so much.
You must have a daddy issue. But no, I just think that's it's really cool. It's like,
no, it is really cool. And you're right. Like, I'll look at the stats and I can see that, 3 people download our show. It's nice to put faces to those 3 people. So hi, all 3.
Hi, 3 people.
Yeah. It's Chew, Scott, and now listener John. So, maybe 4 now with Psycho Bear listening as well, and 5 Fontana. Right. Oh man, we're up to 5 now. Fontana Jim. So yeah, we're racking in those numbers.
And but yeah, Davis.
Oh yeah, Davis. Fuck, keep going. Might hit 10. Holy shit.
Tim, Monday. Tim.
Yeah. Yeah. Ryan from Malibu Brewing. Man, we're on our way to 10.
Double digits.
World famous. Yeah. Half of Finland.
I was just going to say the entire country of Finland.
Yeah, you're probably right. It's closer to the entire country there. So anyways, yeah, you're right. It's totally cool to actually meet the people who listen and enjoy us for some reason. So shout out to John and thanks for the beer. Thanks for meeting up with us or with me. And it was really cool. So good times.
Neat.
On the flip side of that, so fucking weird. People who feel like they need to inject their opinions into things.
Uh-oh.
I posted a picture that night of the beer I was drinking at Pedals and just tagged Pedals and tagged Amaretti because it was their collab. And I'm not going to give away any names because, whatever. But this person commented on the story that I posted and said, you need to check out 14 Cannons. Sadly, I'm not a fan of Pedals and Pink's, typo, nor Naughty Pine. And I was like, oh, okay. So I don't trust anything you say ever again. Got it.
Interesting.
Yeah. I just responded. I was like, hey, too bad. We love them. And 14 on the other hand, ... And then they never responded. I probably pissed them off by not liking their favorite shit brewery.
Well, maybe they knew them for who they used to be.
Maybe. And you know what? I loved them for who they used to be. And not so much anymore.
Couldn't have happened to a better brewery.
So anyways, that was fucking weird. Thanks for your opinion on that. I don't know why you needed to share it. Cheers. Go drink something good and not that 6-month-old beer that 14 Cannons can't get rid of.
Ouch.
Oh, too soon?
Ouch.
Hey, remember a couple of weeks ago we were shitting really hard on West Virginia?
Yeah, the mountain people, they scare the hell out of me.
Yeah.
They eat squirrels. And
right.
Yeah.
Clearly there's no way they could figure out how to listen to this show.
Right. Right.
If they're not even on dial-up, there might be faxing at this point. Exactly.
All right.
Yeah. You remember the discussion. That's how we sound to them, by the way.
Like,
they think we talk in robot.
I hope this is like a big segue into somebody from West Virginia actually called.
No, unfortunately not. Which would be great because that's how we met Zach, OG Beer Dude. Was we shit on Indiana for a good 5 minutes.
That is true.
And he hit us up, was like, "You're not all wrong, but." One of the things we said was like they probably don't even have any breweries out there because they're too dumb to figure it out. I looked into it, and turns out they have 37 breweries
in the whole state.
In the whole state, which is even more than North Dakota.
Right, because they have 28. 20?
20. It was 18 more than we thought they had.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. So, good for you. I bet of those 37, at least 35 of them are moonshine related or something.
Oh, they're all like, I'm assuming every single one of them is family run because they're all related to each other. So it's like one big family.
Yeah. Just the shitty never stops. Oh, good.
Are any of them good? Is there any like,
I didn't look up ratings. No, I was just surprised they had that many breweries out there. Still not going to go, but, good on you, West Virginia.
No, I would definitely get killed by like a mountain person.
Oh, they're already on the way to your house. Like they are by foot traveling to your house.
I don't think they got to go through too much city. I don't think they would do that. That's
true. There might be a lot of freaking out when they see the motor horses driving around the city.
like literal deer in headlights,
Yeah, right. And the one guy who's like real advanced is like, hey, where's the crank to start the car on the front? And
boo.
Yeah. So anyways, maybe they're not as bad as we thought. 37 breweries.
Yeah. We'll find out.
Yeah, they're definitely going to murder us now. All right, before we move on, we do have a voicemail as the aforementioned Psycho Bear called in. Let's see what he has to say.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Oh, look at that beautiful beard. Hey, Craft Beer Republic, this is Psycho Bear, and I'm calling back to answer some much needed questions. Well, first off, what is that I just poured but a Wondrous Brewing NZ Triple Cup? Yep, Wondrous. You know it, Greg. Just had their 3rd anniversary, and it was damn good. Maybe you were there, and I didn't even know, but if not, you missed out on a great thing. To answer your question about SF, San Francisco breweries, honestly, I don't even get over on that side of the bay, but Cellar Maker is definitely a winner. They have moved over to the East Bay. They took over a place called Rare Barrel, which I'm sure you guys have heard of. Mm-hmm. Enterprise actually moved into Cellar Maker's spot, and I've heard good things about them. I've had Laughing Monk in the past, pretty good. I would say if you can get to the East Bay, come on over to the East Bay. You've got Wondrous, of course, which you know. Literally right down the street around the corner, 10 Mile. They just opened about 8-9 months ago. The head brewer owner was the head brewer at Beechwood in Long Beach, and he is doing some killer stuff. Other than that, Original Pattern in Oakland, maybe you've had them, but I really don't know San Francisco, so don't know what to tell you. For Flexi, well, I heard you like the darts. Well, I've got a brewery in the Marin that's got darts, and I love throwing darts. So you come on out to the Bay Area, we'll drink some great beer and throw some darts. Anyways, I hope I've answered some questions. Just forgo San Fran and get into the East Bay and get some great beer. Anyways, this is, again, Psycho Bear. And when you get to know me, you'll know why. Psycho. Anyways, cheers. Stay well. Later.
I feel like I should be worried.
Yes, I would love to throw darts with the Psycho.
Yeah. Don't turn your back.
Be like, just go stand right in front of the dartboard. I swear I won't hit you.
Yeah. I've got this really fun trick.
Yeah. Okay, Psycho.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't cover your eyes either. It'll be fine. 805-538-BEER 2337 if you'd like to call in. A few weeks ago when he called in, we're like what good breweries are in San Francisco. All we could come up with was I think Black Hammer and 21st Amendment, which I still haven't been to 21st Amendment. But so thanks for the sort of answer. Yeah, East Bay's got some good beer over there. He talked about Rare Barrel. I've had a couple of horrible beers from them. They had some bottling issues, And boy, were those gross. But I hear they were good when they were fresh. I don't know. It's kind of like the brewery where it's like hit and miss on those bottles you get. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. So, but yeah, I haven't done a ton of East Bay research, especially lately. Like I remember going to
you
Altamont
only make
in the
it out
early
there for
days.
work, right?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, the wife's from that area, but we haven't really traveled. Last time we were up there, we were like super, super east. Like I wouldn't even call it Bay Area. And so we went to one, I think it was called Four Legged or Four Legs or Four Paws, something like that. Some dog themed brew. Actually really good, but out in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, I haven't gone to like hang out in the sort of Oakland area and hit some breweries other than Wondrous. Usually when I'm done working, everything's closed. So it's too bad.
That is too bad.
I know. I'm like, hey, can we be done in a decent hour so I go fucking research it up?
Yeah, to quote Danny Tanner, wake up, San Francisco.
Exactly.
Boom.
Oh, good times. So anyways, well, thanks for calling, Psycho Bear. I sort of am afraid to find out why they call you Psycho Bear, but
I don't know. Much better reception on that phone call.
Yes. We could actually hear most of what he was
very
saying.
Excited. Very excited on that.
He upgraded his 2 cans and a string, apparently. So thicker string, I think.
Tighter hole.
Whoa.
Hey, not a tight hole show.
Well, is it a loose hole show? Oh, dear. All right. Before we get into the news, let's find out what Flexy's drinking over there.
In a world where craft beer is king, a world where muscles are bigger than growlers, only one tongue can guide us. One man, one tongue, one tongue jobber. In this world, we must find out what is Flex drinking.
Flex is drinking Drecker Brewing Company's, get this, 3 Greg Tomlet.
Well, with a name like that, how could it be bad?
It's phenomenal. I sent you a picture of this beer because they posted it, I don't know, not too long ago.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I sent it to you on the gram, and it just had your name in it, right? It's always great to have a beer with your name in it.
Yeah.
And I went to my local shop today because we were recording and I was unprepared. And sure as shit, they had it. So $19.99, 8% beer, classic Drecker can art. So that's already up there, right? Got the ghost yolk eyes and
they do have the great art.
Yeah, it's so good. So this one was, I love their cans. Can I just tell you, I absolutely love their cans.
You can tell me.
They tell you all the malts they use: pale two-row, flaked oats, spelt, carafe. They got the hop list on there: HBC 630, Cryo, Mosaic Cryo, and then I've never heard of Superdelic or Copper, but they use both of those in here as well. And then they tell you the yeast, and they usually use their house IPA yeast in all their IPAs.
Sure.
So I really do love their cans. Like real transparent, and if you're a beer nerd, which I'm not, debatable.
I'm sure non-beer nerds would say we're beer nerds.
I think you're right. But it's just really cool to get to know what you like and what you don't like and what beers are brewed with, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. So it kind of gives you like a little nerdy beer heart on. This was actually collaboration beer with Blue Jacket Brewing Company. Untapped has this beer at a 411, the information superhighway. It says this crazy delicious double IPA collaboration with Blue Jacket is hopped with HBC 630 Cryo, Mosaic Cryo, Superdelic, and Copper for a pineapple E, mango E, citrus E flavor that can't be beat. Well played. Tasting notes, juicy, hoppy, citrus, dank, and boozy. On the schnoz here, real hoppy. Getting some of that pineapple E on the aroma. Yeah, very nice on there. So we'll warm up the old tongue jobber here.
Oh, here we go. Oh, barely turned over.
Okay, so this carbonation is real low, which is nice. I think that makes for easy drinking. The mango and the pineapple shine in this.
Amazing.
not overly citrusy, maybe like some pithy orange peely back end, like small amounts of bitterness here. But all in all, I mean, the beer, it's a fantastic color to it.
Gorgeous.
Little bit of lacing, as you can see on my black shirt there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very fine beer.
It gets a couple extra points for the name.
The name, right? I mean,
yeah.
Your name is in this beer, so
right.
it should be a 5 out of 5.
Right.
I've never had my name in a beer.
Flex or your government name?
Either.
There's got to be a Flex beer somewhere, right?
Oh yeah, but I've never had it nor seen it.
That. If anybody finds any Flex beers, let us know. Flex loves receiving free beer too.
I hate it. Please don't send me beer. But I really
he loves more.
I still want to do like a collaboration and do like a Mexican lager and call it the Flexican lager.
It's so good.
Isn't it so good? It just works so well.
Just rolls off the tongue.
Flexican,
yeah. It's a Flexican lager.
Right. And, may or may not be taken kindly. I don't know. But I just think it sounds funny.
Well, and you got to make it like an imperial, like make it 8%, because it's strong like Flex. So it's a 8% Flexican
I like where you're
lager.
going with this. I really do.
Saying. Pairs well with nachos.
And it needs to be like with the lime and the salt too.
A little hint of lime. Like make it like I guess it wouldn't be a lager. That was like kind of Goza-ish.
Ooh, I like Gozas though.
Yeah, Imperial Goza, because they're always like 4%. So make one's like 8 or 9% because it's strong like Flex.
I'm picking up what you're putting down because I'm strong.
We should make this.
It sounds
Maybe Monica
fun.
could help us.
Yeah,
Monica.
She makes Gozas.
Yeah, she does. Delicious Gozas.
Is an Imperial Goza still a Goza?
I don't know. Would it just be like a sour with salt at that point?
Right. Like an Imperial sour.
Yeah.
Again,
I don't know how that works.
Something we don't know.
Yeah. See, we're not nerds. But if you're a nerd and you're listening, please answer for us. Pretty please.
Don't leave it to Google.
Yeah. Or AI. I just ask AI now. It's way
You
quicker.
love AI. It grosses me out.
Oh, it's so much
It
fun.
actually borderline makes me feel uncomfortable how much you use AI.
I actually don't use it that much. I use it as... Here's how I have found myself using it lately, because this is super beer related, but I use it as Google. Like, I will just ask AI a question. Instead of going to Google and be like, what's this rash on my balls? Or rash on balls with blisters, I'll go to AI and be like, hey, I've got this red rash on my balls and it looks like X, Y, and Z and hurts a little. And they're like, oh, well, the chances are it is. And then I have something in Google like, oh, it says it's probably this. I'll go Google that. And sure enough, it's wrong. Yeah, right there.
No. This is not a ball rash show.
Not an AI show, not a rashy ball show. All right.
Rashy ball.
How
would you describe your balls, sir? I would describe them to be quite rashy.
As I fix my mustache. Yeah, see?
The rashy balls. Got a case of the rashy balls. Yeah.
Got him.
Yeah.
Oh, it's one of those kind of days. Rashy ball day.
My cheeks hurt. It's all right.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, well, let's clean this up with some real American news here.
Cheer about Bob. Oh yeah, you got the rashy ball. I'm sorry. Go on, please.
He'll be missed. He'll be missed. All right, I was gonna prepare some music for this, but then I realized I didn't want to get sued. So just everybody knows how the song goes. Hulk Hogan has launched Real American Beer.
I am a real American
beer. Hulk Hogan is getting into the beer business, lending his name and image to Real American Beer, brother. A new light lager brand that launched Thursday at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida.
Brother.
Hogan is... I love how they... In news stories, when they explain who these people are, it's like Hogan, the 1980s and 90s professional wrestling star. It's like everybody knows who the fuck Hulk Hogan is. Hogan is partnering with Terry Francis, who previously worked at Anheuser-Busch, their innovation arm, ZX Ventures, as global VP and general counsel for investments in new business. Frances is serving as CEO of Real American Beer, with Hogan serving as founder and majority owner of the business. She told Brewbound he's just so deeply passionate about it. He shows up to all the wholesaler meetings. He shows up to all the retailer meetings. Nothing is too much. There's no restriction on his time.
Because he doesn't have anything going on.
Right. Oh, he's got a big important match. Oh. Real American Beer, named for the Rick Derringer song that became Hogan's entrance theme, will be sold in 12-ounce cans, 6, 12, and 24 packs. Francis expects to add a 24-ounce single-serve can when the brand rolls out in Texas. I love they're saying that for Texas.
Because everything's bigger in Texas.
That's right. As well as draft with increased on-trade interest. Francis said, what we're doing is creating an everyman beer from an everyman hero. We really want to get back to this idea of being simple. It doesn't need to be complicated. It doesn't need to stand for anything. It can just be good times. The beer will be distributed across 17 states with retail placements in ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, Albertsons, Safeway, Sam's Club, Total Wine and More, Walmart, and U.S. military bases, as well as on-premise venues such as Hard Rock hotels and select Hooters locations.
Now that is a real American beer.
Right? What you gonna do, brother, when these Hooters run wild on you?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
I tried so hard to find out who's actually making this beer, and the closest I could find was they're using multiple contract breweries.
Okay.
So who fucking knows, brother?
If I find it, you know I'm getting it.
Same. I look, Hogan's a dickbag, but there's no way I'm not drinking this beer. I need to try it just for comedic reasons.
It would make for a hell of a show, I tell you.
Not a brother show.
We would have to finish like a 6-pack each.
Oh, yeah, I think it's like 4.2, so that wouldn't be a problem.
No.
Brother.
But I think it would be fun.
It would be. We need to do that show with Zach.
Like a real American power hour craft beer republic.
Yes.
6 beers, 1 hour.
Zach, if you're listening, you need to find yourself a 6-pack, as do we. We got to do this. This is going to be good. And a shit show.
It's going to be terrible.
It's going to be so bad.
I'm not going to work the next day.
Yeah, no way, brother. All right, some sad news out here in LA. Eagle Rock Brewing has announced they'll be closing their doors.
It's always a terrible thing.
I know. They posted on the gram, well, friends, the time has come for us to hang up our hats and say farewell. It feels strange to say these words after nearly 15 years of operations. But we know in our hearts it's time. What an incredible privilege it has been to be among the first few brewers of the 21st century to plant seeds in Los Angeles soil, to cultivate those seeds and protect their growth, to watch the growth proliferate an entire county, and to watch the fruits that effort earn respect from around the world. They go on to talk about how great the LA beer scene is and the community and all that stuff. And they'll be closing in a couple of weeks. We had the opportunity to talk to then brewer Eric from Eagle Rock Brewing. He moved on since then, but that was batch 93. If you want to hear my interview with Eric from Eagle Rock. Sad times. They were the first brewery in LA. I can't remember. LA City, not county. I think in Los Angeles City since Prohibition.
What?
Yeah.
Man.
That's sad. A little bit of history going on.
Yeah, it makes it even worse.
And more sad news. Cascade Brewing shutters following the death of their founder and Oregon beer godfather, Art Lawrence. And this is a sad story that's kind of turned weird. Weeks after the death of founder Art Lawrence, Portland, Oregon-based Cascade Brewing ceased operations on Monday. Alyssa Lawrence, his daughter, told the Oregonian that she delivered final paychecks to brewery staff Tuesday through the brewery's website, though the brewery's website says it is temporarily closed. Art Lawrence died after suffering a heart attack at age 80 on May 26th. Lawrence founded Cascade in 1998 and sold it to an investor group in April of 2020. But the deal never closed, leaving Lawrence with a controlling share in the business at the time of his death. Alyssa Lawrence told the Oregonian. That is not an easy word.
No, it's terrible.
The Lawrence family was unaware that its patriarch still owned the brewery, and the family's trust is unable to sustain Cascade financially. Alyssa told the Oregonian, "This has all been a big shock during an already stressful time. The liquor licenses for both Cascade's Blending House in Beaverton and Cascade Barrel House in Portland were in Art's name and expired 10 days after his death. However, the Oregon Liquor and Cannabis Commission's database lists the brewery public house license for both locations as valid through March 31st of 25. The investor group that was announced as Cascade's new owners 4 years ago was on a payment plan that would eventually result in full ownership, according to New School Beer, citing Art Lawrence. So what a weird story. His family thought he sold it. Turns out he only sort of sold it and hadn't gotten rid of it yet. And then he dies and has everything in his name and they can't keep it going.
Never heard of that before.
Super weird, super sad, super weird. I have a feeling, being such a big name, Cascade is, that somebody will swoop that up and bring it back around. I don't know. We'll see.
I feel like we have a future story coming up.
I think we do. Stay tuned. That's a hook. Yeah. Athletic Brewing purchases the former Ballast Point facility. We talked about a month or two ago that Ballast Point was dropping one of their other production facilities. Yes. And Athletic is buying it. This is the second time Athletic has
they're
purchased.
Leaving all the equipment in there and everything, right?
Yeah. So this is the second time that Athletic Brewing has purchased a Ballast Point brew house. They just keep buying all their shit up and making shitty non-alcoholic beer.
Fishy.
Right. Mm-hmm. It's kind of weird.
I am from Holland. Isn't that weird?
I love gold. In more sad news, the U.S. loses over 15,000 acres in hop production. All major hop growing states recorded year-over-year declines in acreage, with the steepest being in Idaho at negative 31%, followed by Oregon, negative 18%, and Washington, negative 15%. With 32,982 acres strung for harvest in 2024, Washington is the largest producer by far compared to Idaho and Oregon. 5 popular hop varieties account for 70% of the cuts. Those 5 are Citra, Mosaic, Cascade, Simcoe, and Columbus. So it sounds like they're cutting the production of some old school hops, maybe to make room for new school hops.
I was thinking they're probably growing cannabis instead.
Could be. I don't know if that's legal in Idaho. I feel like Idaho's not cool.
I don't know. Idaho's weird. It's where Joe Dirt's from.
Is he from Idaho?
Well, no, he resided in Idaho. Silvertown.
Oh, that was Idaho? Silvertown?
Well, yeah, that's where they made it.
Oh.
I don't know if it's fucking real. Silvertown.
Oh, I mean, I know, but I mean, in the story, I didn't realize Silvertown was Ohio. I mean, Idaho.
Yeah.
Huh. The more you know.
And potatoes.
It's potato. We'll end on this one. The Kelce Brothers buy into garage beer. Pro football stars Jason and Travis Kelce have acquired an ownership stake in light lager maker Garage Beer. The Kelces are referred to as the largest investors and significant investors, partners, owners, and operators in the business in today's announcement. Additionally, the Kelces will be involved in every aspect of the business, including brewing, distribution, sales, marketing, and national expansion efforts.
Come on.
I would love to see those two just brewing beer. What a shit show that would be. Jason Kelce said in the press release, "People crave quality and simplicity, and Garage Beer nails both for me. We are light beer drinkers, and Garage is the best light beer. For me, the brand fits my lifestyle, and having a few beers is a great excuse to get the neighbors together." Travis added, "I think everyone knows I like to have a couple beers now and then. So being an owner of Garage Beer and heavily involved in making the best light beer is exciting, man. There is nothing better to bring people together than a nice cold beer, and for Jason and me, that is what beer is all about. Friends, family, fun, and Taylor Swift." I may have added that last
That
part.
wasn't in the quote.
"I have worked with Garage Beer owner Andy Sauer for years, and I really trust the team and their approach to running the business. We look forward to taking Garage Beer to the next level." Weird.
Cool, though. It's almost like we're jealous.
Maybe that's it, yeah.
Like,
they are cool.
Wish we could buy into ownership of a brewery and be included in everything.
I wish we were cool.
We're not.
We're just nerds. Anyways, I'm still going to be looking for that Hulk Hogan beer.
Yeah. I'll talk to my guys at my shop.
Yeah. Have your people call their people and let my people know.
Yeah. I'll let them know. Let's say, hey, what you know about that Hulk Hogan beer?
Brother. It'd be great if we call as Macho Man.
So what I'm looking for is my brother. I'm looking for the best beer. Oh yeah.
I got like a weird Spanish accent at the end there. Because the beer foam always rises to the top. So dumb. I can't even say without laughing.
That was pretty good. Stupid. That was really thought out.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
Brother.
Somebody should make a Macho Man beer. That'd be dope.
Yeah, like just like call it something cool too, like elbow from the top or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say the elbow drop or something like that. Yeah, I'm in.
Let's do it.
Not a wrestling show.
Let's brew 2 beers.
Oh, let's do it, brother. Oh yeah,
brother.
Nothing hurts my throat more than a
I know,
Macho Man
isn't it
impression.
terrible?
So bad.
So it's like
Okay, everybody, I guess we should wrap things up.
It always
a little
sounds like
music.
such a good idea to do, and then you do it,
Right.
and you're like, that was a terrible idea.
Well, the worst is when you do it drunk, and then like next morning you're like, "How long was I doing this Macho Man impression
How
for? I
many
can't fucking talk."
cigars did I smoke last night?
Mm-hmm. That's the worst. All right, music. I'm going to encourage everybody to follow us at Craft Beer Republic, and of course at FlexMeABeer _ in between. CraftBeerRepublic.com. Don't forget 805-538-BEER 2337. Leave us a voicemail. Mail at CraftBeerRepublic.com. Let us know if you find that Hulk Hogan beer or a beer with Flex's name in it. I think that's everything. Hope everyone is staying very well hydrated.
And on that note,
good night, everybody.